Hi there, my name is Graeme Codrington, and the team at Unique Speaker Bureau, USB, asked me to just show you around my studio a little bit. I hope you've seen one of my videos and then maybe wondered how I did it. During lockdown, I spent a lot of time working on understanding green screen technology. Luckily, I had a garage that I could convert, carpeted it, soundproofed it, and put up a green screen. Now, I say green screen. It's not a professional green screen, it's just a sheet, and it's got a little bit of janky way of holding it up against the wall, but what it allows me to do is have this beautiful solid background behind me. Then I bought professional lighting and got professional advice on how to set up the lighting. Just as a tip for you, you've got to have two lights on the green screen so that you can see if I wave my hands, there's no shadow. The green screen's about a meter or so behind me, but even as I stretch my arm back, there's no shadow on it. And then you've got to have two more lights on you, on your face, directly so that the camera can differentiate the extra lighting. Then what I've done is I've bought an extra big screen and I've attached the camera to it. And here's the bit I like the most. Come and have a look. I've got a stand that's compression driven and it can quickly move up and down. I can change the studio from being seated to being able to stand, and I prefer to stand for shorter keynote presentations. Longer workshops I'm normally seated, but basically I've got the camera positioned right in front of the screen. I can see all of the participants, I can see the chat box, I can see my screen, I can see my slides, and able to move to my next slides, because that's really what I'm able to do. What I've done is I've reconfigured all my slides so that there's a space on the left-hand side of those slides so that I can be in my slides. And that allows me to connect, have the slides behind me, and I can also put in animations, I can put in video elements as well. I'm using a Mac. Slides are built in Keynote, and the software I use to manage the green screen and the cameras in the background is called Ecamm Live. Probably the most important, two most important pieces of technology are the cheapest. A little cheap remote mouse, which allows me to manage my screen with my slides right next to the camera, so I'm not looking away or looking down, but I can basically look into the camera, just look a little bit to the side to manage the different camera angles, to manage the slide transitions behind me. And some of them can also be automated so that I can be pointing to a slide and it changes as I'm pointing to it. That's also a little bit fun for people to try and work out how I do that. And probably the best piece of technology is the cheapest. There it is over there, little piece of masking tape with an arrow on it pointing at the camera, so that I don't forget that that is where you are, so that I can look you in the eyes. And that's one of the things that is the hardest to do actually in this virtual studio environment. But I can be fully interactive, I can engage with the multiple cameras, the multiple backgrounds. And the cool thing is I can drive it all myself, and I think give participants a really engaging approach. I'm not a tiny little talking head in the corner of the screen. I can be in the slides for a hybrid event. If you're broadcasting me up on a big stage, it would be essentially a very similar effect to if I was standing on a big stage in an auditorium and you had a few monitors down the side for the people at the back to see me. Got professional microphones, so you're getting top quality audio and video coming through. So I'm all set up. I'm set up for virtual events that can be interactive. I'm set up for hybrid events where I can be beamed in, and I'm set up for pre-records if that's preferable, so that you get exactly the same experience from me no matter how we engage. So there's a little bit of the magic behind the scenes and a whole lot of stuff that I've learned and am getting close to mastering during the lockdown period. I think we're going to be using these sorts of technologies for many years to come as we embrace hybrid meetings in the future. I'm good to go, and I hope that you will consider using me at one of your events. Thank you very much.